Come in, dear soul. You've wandered far, haven't you? Sit here beside me, where the wind is kind and the morning is slow. Here, there is no rush to be anything other than what you already are. Tired, curious, healing, hoping. All of us are welcome. In this quiet corner of the world, where the trees speak in hushes and the lake holds the sky like a secret, life unfolds gently. And perhaps, just for a moment, you too can rest your heart here among still waters, soft mornings, and the stories told in silence. This is not just my home, it's a place for all those learning how to breathe again. In a world that spins too quickly for weary hearts, I have chosen the pace of trees, slow, certain, and unbothered by the hour. Each morning in this forested solitude feels like a quiet letter from the universe, sealed with dew and delivered by the rustling wind. Here, I am no one's performance. I am simply a soul in soft retreat. There was once a time I rushed, chased the clock, chased approval, chased a version of life that was never mine to keep. But oh, how sweetly the wilderness welcomed me. When I finally loosened my grip on ambition and held, instead, the stillness. Now I wake up not to alarms, but to the hush of leaves. I do not measure worth by what I produce, but by how gently I exist within the day. I sweep, I stir, I plant, I sit, and all of it, yes, even the smallest task, feels like poetry in motion, like living has become an art form again. Perhaps you too have longed for such a life where silence is not emptiness, but a balm, where being unseen feels not like punishment, but peace. And if the world has been loud lately, if your heart is tired from being needed to explain itself, then let this be your sign, your gentle reminder that there is still a kind of life where soft things are enough, where you, exactly as you are already home. This lake is so still, it often feels like a mirror held up to the sky. Each morning, as the mist rises and the world softens into blue and gold, I walk its quiet edges and watch the day awaken. The water holds a silence that speaks louder than words, whispering a kind of peace that no city, no crowd could ever offer. Here, the breeze hums through the trees, and the birds sing their gentle anthems, and the lake listens, endlessly patient, endlessly kind. Living by the lake has taught me that healing is not always loud or grand. Sometimes it is as simple as sitting by still water, breathing with the earth, and letting morning light brush against your skin. In this quiet village, where every sunrise feels like a soft promise, the lake has become my most faithful companion, a keeper of dreams, a witness of slow, beautiful beginnings. There are places in the world that speak in hushes, and if you are soft enough, tired enough, or perhaps simply brave enough to listen, you may hear them whisper truths you forgot you needed. This lake, tucked beneath the forest's breath, has become such a place for me. Not just a body of water, but a mirror, gently revealing the pieces of myself I once buried beneath noise and striving. It is here, amidst the slow mornings and the birds that do not know of urgency, that I began to heal out loud. You see, I once feared silence, feared it would echo all the things I had been running from. So I filled my days with doing, with proving, with performing a version of myself palatable to the world, but foreign to my own bones. But the body, dear one, always remembers. It remembers what it feels like to be overwhelmed, overlooked, and still expected to smile. So I came here, not in triumph, but in retreat. I did not yet know what peace looked like, only that I could no longer bear the weight of pretending I was fine. The first few mornings were the hardest. The quiet was almost too honest. But slowly, as the mist lifted from the lake and the sun dared to stretch itself across the water, I too began to soften. The lake, I learned, does not grasp, it does not demand, it does not strive to be more than it already is. It simply reflects, and in that reflection, I saw a woman who was once exhausted from holding everything together. I saw a girl who once felt too much and was told to feel less. And for the first time, I did not try to fix her. I sat beside her and I listened. Healing, as it turns out, is not a grand ceremony. It is not always a revelation. Often, it is small: a breath, a bowl of warm food, a morning walk, a decision to not explain yourself again today. And letting go, it isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like staring into still water and allowing your tears to fall freely, not because you are weak, but because you are finally safe enough to feel. I do not have all the answers, dear soul, but I know now that softness is not failure, that solitude can be sacred, and that the quiet you are afraid of may be the very place where your truest self is waiting. So, if you too are walking through the quiet, if you are unlearning the art of rushing, if you are trying to remember who you were before the world told you to perform, then take this as your gentle permission to rest, to release, to feel, and perhaps to begin again.